Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is pretty cool. In case you didn't get your fix from Star Wars Shadows of the Empire yesterday, this is actually a good Star Wars game, so...
Burn!
And I'm actually good at this one, so... whenever we're ready, can I count you down? Alright, cool. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Star Wars Dark Forces. This is the first game in, like, the Jedi Knight series. This is before Kyle Katarn's a Jedi, so... Instead of using, like, the Force and stuff, we're gonna use more traditional, like, old FPS mechanics to beat the game. One thing people will probably remember from this game is that the design for the levels is a bit maze-like and a bit complicated at times, but this run's just going to show you how easily you can get through this. For instance, this first level, there's a lot to explore, but the main objective is right here, and we're already almost done with the level.
The Death Star plans?
Yeah, this is before Rogue One was canon.
Right.
This is the guy who stole the Death Star plans.
Oh, yeah, screw Rogue One. This is way sicker.
Yeah, it's way better. That being said, I like Rogue One. Rogue One's a good movie.
Yeah, it's cool.
So the first two levels are pretty straightforward. This one, there's not a whole lot that goes on. There's a really difficult trick I could do, but I've not practiced it, so I'm not going to try it. And besides, if I fail the trick, it loses me almost 30 seconds. The unforgiving thing about this game is that there's no quick saving and quick loading, so anytime you make a mistake, you have to lose a lot of time because of it. So it's forced single segment, and you have to know a lot of backup strats if things go badly. But they're not going to go badly because I'm a God Gamer. So.
God Gamer, man.
Alright, so the main objective for this is I have to restore the power, which I did already, and then I have to go find some sort of evidence about the attack that happened on this base. The main story with this game is like the Imperials have this new super weapon called the Dark Trooper, and it's capable of causing a massive amount of destruction, and our whole objective is to stop them from producing them. That's just to give you a fill-in on the lore. That seems to be the hot topic of all the speed games today, or the past week. Is it the lore?
Speed lore.
The speed lore.
I like knowing about the lore as a casual viewer myself.
Yeah. So this level's almost over.
Does this game have raw input, or are you playing with Excel?
What's up?
Are you playing with mouse acceleration?
No, I'm playing with raw input.
Raw input.
Alright, so this next level's interesting. This is where we're going to get grenades, or thermal detonators. And we're going to do what I refer to as thermal detonator jumping, or TD jumping for short. And because this is a 1990s FPS game, there's going to be some sort of built-in explosive boosting mechanic, so I'm going to just try that here. And we've effectively skipped almost pretty much the entire level by doing that boost, because the whole goal is to raise the water level to get up here.
Yeah, and those boosts don't look too easy. I saw you in practice.
No, yeah.
They look pretty tough.
The timing on the explosives jumps in this game are ridiculously tight, so some of them aren't too bad. Like, that one's actually not one of the harder ones.
Who's this schmo? Who was that guy?
That was just a guy. Anyways, so...
He looked like a schmo.
He very much was. But,
like
this level has a lot of the trickier TD jumps right off the bat. This is usually one of the higher reset points of a run. There's... the one level we were just in has, just one TD jump you have to do. This one has 4 of them. This first one I don't have to get, but it would save me about 10 seconds. That's not good. This one's really hard. And I got it second try.
That's the one I saw you practicing earlier, man. That hard as hell.
It's really awkward. The setup for it's pretty tough. And I just put in that code. The whole objective of this getting here is to find 3 key cards that give you the code to open the door, but it's the same every time, so you can just open it right off the bat. Alright, and I got that jump first try. That's really nice. That jump saves us having to do a really complicated switch puzzle. And let's just get the main objective. And normally we're supposed to take... this level's cool because there's actually 2 ways to get in, but you're only supposed to take the front entrance out. You can use this... hold on. 1 second. I messed up my buttons there. But you can actually take the, you're supposed to take the front entrance out, but you can do explosive jumps up the vent to get to the beginning faster.
Oh.
So yeah, that went pretty well. I only screwed up one of the TD jumps, which is really nice. It wasn't even that big of a deal. Oh, here's a cool thing, by the way. Anyways.
Oh.
That scream is fantastic.
I love that scream.
So this is Gromus Mines. Gromus Mines is, it's extremely red, as you can tell.
It's pretty red.
On this monitor, it's actually really sharp. It's kind of making my eyes want to bleed, but this level's pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot that goes on. We basically need to get to one point in the level and get there by a certain cycle in order to save time. So this is just hustling to get there.
Gotta get the cycle.
Yeah. So if there's like a donation you can read, go ahead and do it.
Guys, it's for the kids. Please
For
get the
the
donos in.
kids.
Right now, we just have a $20 donation from Anonymous, a $5 donation from Millhouse, and a $6 donation from RelYT789.
All right. So that jump is deceptively hard. I don't even know why I went for that. There's an easier setup, but I was just feeling, you know, feeling risky.
You're killing the game, bud.
Yeah, I am.
You're going for all the hard tricks.
I mean, I played this game on and off for 4 years. You kind of get used to the hard stuff. But, yeah, this is where we're going to introduce the first Dark Trooper. There's 2 types in the game, the melee and the, like, regular Dark Trooper, I guess. We're using the alt fire for the thermal detonators to clip them through this wall. Unfortunately, I didn't get all of them, which is just a thing that can sometimes happen. Did I kill him? No, I didn't. There's one more should do it. Yep, there we go. So we did some damage to him preemptively. Unfortunately, because I didn't get all the TDs to clip, it didn't kill him as fast as it could have. But that trick is very inconsistent. For whatever reason, sometimes the TDs will just not clip through the wall. And there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. So now we just gotta get to the end of this. Yeah, like I said, this level's pretty easy. There's not a whole lot that goes on in it. I'm gonna grab these shields just in case. I don't really need them, but...
Would you skip that in like a PB attempt?
What's up?
You would skip those shields in a PB attempt?
For sure. Alright, so now we're going into Detention Center. This is, in my opinion, one of the hardest levels in the game casually because the layout is super complicated and there's just no sense of direction in it whatsoever. But there's actually a really cool developer-intended secret route you can take through this. But we want to get to it as fast as we can to get what we refer to as a one-cycle detention. And basically we're going to be making our way to a trash compactor, and we want to beat that trash compactor and do platforming while it's going up so that we don't have to wait on it to get to where we need to. It sounds like a mess right now if you don't know what's going on, but
makes sense.
You'll see what I'm saying when I get there. The main thing is that we basically we can't make any major movement mistakes to get there, otherwise we don't get the one cycle, so the timing for this is extremely difficult.
Do you know how much time that would save getting the cycle?
If you don't get the one cycle, you lose 14 seconds. Okay. And in a game that's single segment and about 25 minutes long, that's pretty pivotal.
Yeah.
We have a $100 donation from Birdbath that says, for the keys.
Birdbath.
What a
Thank
good guy.
you, man.
All right, so we made it. That's the one cycle right there. Otherwise, we would have had to wait on that trash compactor again.
I just want to point out I'm loving the music in this game. That has to be a fun part of running it.
It is until you've heard it so many times.
You just get sick of it?
Yeah, you get so sick of it.
It sounds like the low bit quality Star Wars music, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard when you've played other really good Star Wars games that have really nice music.
Oh, okay. So this is actually the worst one.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it myself. But all right, so this is Ramseys Head. This is not that hard of a level. There's a little bit of luck involved at one point in it, but otherwise it's very straightforward. This level we basically need to restock up on all our thermal detonators so we have a good amount for the rest of the run. This is the easiest place to do it because these Grands here, their weapon is a thermal detonator. So every time you kill them, you'll get 5. And I grabbed a few extra than I normally would have just for safety, because if I don't get good luck here, I'll need a lot of thermal detonators, because I'm going to do a death warp at one point. Alright. I should be good, though. So we have this red key. This level is really silly. You have to get a red key in order to go here, in order to get a blue key, and then go all the way back to use the blue key to get to the exit.
Classic FPS.
Yeah, one thing that's also kind of cool about this game compared to like other games around the time is it actually has like objectives rather than just going from point A to point B. You actually have to do things and trigger objectives in order to beat the levels. Like pretty much every level you need to complete all those objective triggers in order to like actually get the end. There's one level that's an exception, but I'll explain that when I get there. Still a few more levels before we get there. So we're at the end of Ramseys Head. This level's kind of not too hard. It's just a lot of T-jumping and a little bit of luck. So this is one of my favorite levels in the run. This is Robotics Vectoring. I say it's one of my favorite levels in the run, but it also has one of my least favorite things in the entire game, which are ice physics.
I was about to say, is your physics affected by the ice there?
Actually, yes. And because I'm running the game at 70 FPS, the ice physics are kind of broken. So if you just hit walls or whatever, you start moving extremely slow, and if you die and respawn on the ice at certain points, you just outright can't move. So you have to use explosive momentum to get yourself moving again. You can totally avoid this by getting ice cleats at the beginning of the level, but that's really out of the way, so I don't bother with it. And that never happens, so just ignore that.
I didn't see anything, so.
Exactly. All right. We're going to go in here. We picked up a gas mask. This is literally the only time in this game we're going to use it. This game has a lot of items you only use once. Just kind of weird, kind of gimmicky, but now we just need to place these 3 charges. We also have to dodge that stuff, that tan-looking stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's really hot oatmeal, but we don't want to step in it because it does damage to us. And one thing I never really explained about this game is you have shields and health. Some shields protect you from like blasts and explosions. However, certain attacks can do physical health to you exclusively, like melee attacks or falling damage. So you do want to be careful. By the way, that's the Dark Trooper. I just kind of
looks like you owned him.
Yeah, you pick up a weapon supercharge. It multiplies your firing rate and your damage, and so it basically makes that fight really easy.
So what's the purpose of the gas mask?
The gas mask was
to live.
There was in that room with the oatmeal. There was poisonous gas in there, and you have to use it so you don't take damage.
I like the sound effect it's making. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And now we're at the end of the level. Gonna wait on our ship to come here.
Those are some killer graphics for whatever year this game came out.
Honestly, it kind of is. So this is Shotta. This level normally takes a while. It's pretty hard to navigate, but there's actually a really cool shortcut we can take. If I get this TD jump, that would be really awesome. I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to do this the normal way. You can do a TD jump there that saves 5 seconds. It's ridiculously hard, though. But if any of my Dark Forces friends are watching, I'm sorry you had to see that. We're going to just do a TD jump here, and this is actually the end of the level right here, which is conveniently right at the beginning. So it takes one of the more difficult levels and makes it the shortest level in the run. Now we're in Jabba's. We lost all our gear, so we have to fight this dragon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This fight sucks because it's completely RNG. And
what can happen there?
You can kill him like I did and not die, and that's great. You can kill him while delivering the punch that kills you, and that's the best luck you can get. Or he can just attack you non-stop, and you can die and still have to go back and fight him more. There's 3 different outcomes there, really. I got like the good one. Alright, so the other cool thing is that now we have our gear again. This level we're going to actually do out of order. Normally we're supposed to get our blue Navicard and then rescue Jan. But we're going to rescue Jan first. But in order to do that, we're going to do a really cool explosive boost here.
Okay.
Just by stacking 2 mines on top of each other, because they have explosive boosting as well. Alright, so now we're going to go rescue Jan first. It's just a lot faster to do it this way. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about this game so far.
It's fantastic. Alright, this is bad luck. Sometimes that Gamorrean will get in the way. And we're going to kill ourselves here because it's faster to get out of there. You know, we just rescued our friend. The best thing to do is blow ourselves up in front of her.
So you kind of respawn that quickly?
Yeah, it respawns us into a convenient area.
I see.
There is another way you can go if, like, you don't have enough lives or whatever, but it's faster just to death warp out of there. Even if you have to use, like, thermal detonators. Normally you just let the Gamorrean kill you, but he got in the way, so I had to kill him first. Alright, so coming up here is a really cool level. I'm going to do it first and then explain what's happening. Alright, 1 more row should do it. Yes, alright, cool. So if you didn't hear what happened there was a boss behind this wall, and we used mines to use splash damage to hit him through this wall. He's the boss you fight at the end of this level.
But he's just there the whole time.
Yeah, he's just there the whole
That's
time.
funny.
But like I said, in every level you're supposed to complete every objective in order to trigger the ending. This is the one exception.
So that was your ship next to your ship?
Yes, because we did this completely out of order and skipped objectives, that ship never left.
That's funny.
So we get another one to come in. So we have 2 ships. We're so good at the game we got 2 ships.
Killing it.
Yeah. So now we're on fuel station. This level is not terribly exciting. There's some tricky thermal detonator jumping to do, but other than that, it's kind of a boring level. If you have a donation, go ahead and lay it on me. take that as a no.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's
No,
okay.
they were setting something really quickly.
All
We
right.
had a $2 donation from Ice Cream Lover that says ice cream cone, hat, best hat. Just as a last reminder that we're getting really close to the end of this game, and after this is Omnibus, which has an incentive of a bid war for hat choice. Right now, Ice Cream Cone is winning, followed by Halo, and Baseball Cap has had no donation. So if you want that change,
Guys.
now is the time.
Baseball hat for the kids, guys. Donate.
Excuse me, donate for ice cream cone. Ice cream's fantastic.
It's
Who
played
likes
out. It's played
baseball
out, dude.
anyways? Anyway,
Baseball's still cool.
yeah, it's alright. So,
China's still cool.
so I'm gonna try to do these jumps here. This saves a very small amount of time, and I got it. Woohoo! That's actually a lot harder than it looks.
That's the best kind of thing in speedrunning. Saves small amount of time for incredible difficulty.
Yeah, this game, the current route is a lot of really high risk and really small reward. But because it's so optimized, we have to go for stuff like that. Oh, go! That guy just shot the barrel in front of him. What an unfortunate turn of events.
Gamer.
So we're almost at the end of this level, which means we're getting very close to the end of the game. There's 2 more levels after this. All right, so there's a guy. Oh, I got stuck. There's a guy up here who has a key card, so we're gonna bully him real quick and take his key card.
That's the dude who Vader chokes out in the movies.
This is kind of unfortunate. All right, it's fine. I can die here. It's not a big deal.
Huh.
Those Gamorreans are a bit random, and their melee attack does 40 damage. You only have 100 health, so 3 attacks from them will kill you.
That's one that skips shields, like you said earlier?
Yeah.
See you on the dark side, Jan.
All right, so this level is... If everything goes right, I should go really quickly, but there's a little bit of luck involved with it. Not a huge amount of it. Just depends on if stormtroopers are kind to me.
So is NPCs kind of the biggest source of RNG in this game? Or?
Yeah, and even then, it's not even that big. Like, you won't
Yeah.
lose major amounts of time because of it.
That's cool.
The only, like, major RNG in this game was the boss fight on Imperial City where I pull up the guy through the wall because he's not very consistent. Oh yeah, this is the concussion rifle. This is my favorite weapon.
That looks sweet.
Alright, so I'm going to kill myself up here just to give myself full health and shields. We're going to do a mind boost here. I'm going to try one setup for it. I might get it. I might miss it, but oh well. We'll go ahead and give it a try. Shoutouts to Circles, by the way, if you're watching. That trick, that jump, normally you would just do a mind boost to get up there, but the setup I used saves about like 3 seconds, and it looks kind of cool, so. In this section, we have to kill 3 Dark Troopers. We're just going to use this new weapon, the Assault Cannon. This weapon's ridiculously powerful.
It's like the BFG.
Well, actually, the Concussion Rifle's more like the BFG, but this one just does a lot of damage. Although, to be fair, this is a very big gun.
That's the only reason I said that. It's
Okay.
just quite large. The view model is 1/3 of your screen right now.
Yeah. Alright, so we still have weapon supercharge, and we have to wait on this thing, unfortunately.
Does punching it help?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, punch that thing.
yeah, exactly. It makes me feel better. But we have to wait for this at each major checkpoint. Can't speed it up, unfortunately.
One of the only parts of downtime I've seen this whole game, and it's at near the end, right?
Honestly, yes.
That's funny.
Alright, so this is the last level. This is our camera. This is also the longest level, and it's also one of the more fun ones. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in this level. Alright, so we killed the Dark Trooper there really quickly through the exploding barrels there. We have to kill this guy, unfortunately, in order to get access to the next part of the level, which isn't exactly clear. They don't really, like, explain that that's what you're supposed to do. But you kind of have to just figure that out. We're just going to do a small boost there. I also have Shield Supercharge, and I'm going to utilize that for a good chunk of the first part of this level to do a bunch of boosts.
We have a $4 donation from Railway T789 saying K Kona said he wanted Halo, so we are giving him Halo.
Oh. Did he say that? Oh well, just donate for Ice Cream Chuck. Anyways, so there's a couple more boosts I gotta do. This one's not terribly hard, just you have to wait for this to be at a certain point. That saves a little bit of time. There's another really small time save one. Hope I get this first try, that'd be really sick. Yes, got it.
Nice.
That one's kind of tricky. That just saves us having to use an elevator, and again, only saves about like 1 or 2 seconds. That's kind of the theme of this game.
Optimized.
It's super optimized. Shoutouts to people who've been really optimizing it lately, by the way. Shoutouts to Vrendar, who has the world record. That guy's really good at this game. And shoutouts to Circles as well, because he's really good, and he's also found a couple of cool strats. All right. So this is a conveyor belt sequence that we can just completely avoid by TD jumping to the very end of it. All right. It's gonna fall right here. Oh. And coming up here is a switch puzzle we have to do. I should probably explain it. There's these grids along the wall we have to align. That's why we're shooting this a specific way. I was practicing this earlier the other day, and somebody was curious about that, so I figured I should probably explain how that works. Shoutouts to Voligen. Anyways, so that just move that thing out of the way so that we can get here and put the last bomb. This guy's really being annoying. All right.
That's another dark trooper.
Yeah, that's a melee dark trooper.
Is that T2 from Terminator 2?
That's T2 from Terminator 2. Alright, so again, just killing myself in this elevator to get full health and shields, because we're going into the last room of the game, which we have to fight 2 dark troopers and then the final boss, so I want to have as much health for it, because it's not very hard, but if you get unlucky or you're not careful, they can hurt you really fast. Alright, I got good RNG here, that's great. Normally, he will just fly off the edge of that, and you have to open the door to fight him, but he stood up there like a champ. Alright. He's dead, so that's great. Now it's time for the final boss.
And you're manually aiming that gun, right? It's not like...
Well, it has auto lock on,
okay,
but...
yeah. Oh, snap.
Sounds like a really, really tough guy, doesn't he?
That would have been epic in 1991 or whatever
Yeah,
this game.
1995. But, yeah, this is the final boss. He's basically just a glorified Dark Trooper.
Oh, he looks kind of like a
and
joke.
he's dead now, so get ready on time.
That was a letdown. That was going to be Darth Vader.
I wish. And time.
Hey, nice run, dude.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I've already shouted out 2 other runners, but I do want to give a shout out to a couple of other people. Shoutouts to On2Planks, who kind of routed a good chunk of this, and as well as Weregoose, who knows an unnecessarily large amount of information about this game. And anyone else who's run this game. We have a tutorial that, if you're interested in speedrunning, it's not a hard game to learn. It's just a bit tricky to, you know, get a really good time, but it's fun and has a really good community. What was my time, by the way?
21:40.
Yes, I've been
Nice.
wanting to get a 21 in a marathon setting for a long time.
Hey.
So before we go, since I'm underestimated, I do want to show off something kind of cool. There's a neat little Easter egg in this game, and I kind of have to get to it first. Let me get there.
What's your PB?
My PB in this game is actually 2029, and funny enough, for the longest time it was 2039, and for over 2 years I'd never beaten that time until recently. About less than a month ago, I finally beat my PB after 2 years, which was kind of cool. So yeah, do you see this normal, ordinary-looking wall?
I see it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little trip here, and oh, there's a hidden area.
What?
And guess what? There's another hidden area right here. Check this out. It's a little Ewok.
Isn't that just the cutest thing you ever
Yeah,
saw?
he's adorable, isn't he? Hey, guess what I'm going to do next? Oh, hold on. There we go.
You smoked him?
Yep.
Aww.
Yeah, that's a little Easter egg in this game. So yeah, hope you
Nice.
guys enjoyed this, and enjoy the rest of the marathon.